Demar Derozan pretty much has been the face of the Toronto Raptors for a long time, his whole entire career. He's been there. We know right now Kyle Lowry and Demar Derozan is the kind of the duo that everybody sees and wants, that kind of duo, that friendship, the way they work together really well. The faces of the Toronto Raptors, bringing Toronto to the second best team in the Eastern Conference, in the conference finals, doing amazing things for the franchise. And it's Demar and Lowry right there with T-Dot. I personally feel like this year, Demar Derozan will break tons of franchise records that Chris Bosh or Vince Carter set, and that, or Jose Calderon, we do not know, but he's going to break a bunch of records because he's probably he's right now second and third with all these records, and Demar Derozan is going to have a breakout year in which he's going to destroy these records and pretty much cement him as being the face of the Toronto Raptors in their history. Now, I remember back in the day, people used to have that debate, and I still have it right now, Lowry versus Demar. And personally, I feel like it's this. 2 years ago, Demar Derozan was the best player on Toronto Raptors. The stuff he was doing was remarkable. Last year, Kyle Lowry was arguably easily the best player on the Toronto Raptors, and DeMar had injury problems too. But this year, I feel like we kind of see that DeMar Derozan and Lowry, if they need Lowry could be the best player at any given night. DeMar could be the best player at any given night. But if you want me to choose right now, DeMar Derozan is easily telling me that he's the best player on the Toronto Raptors, and I gotta go with that. Now, I remember the jokes of DeMar, they calling him the Frozen. I'm not too sure. They're just killing DeMar Derozan of the last year playoffs. He had a really tough start, just like Kyle Lowry. It was one of the most horrible starts for two stars of a team. Like, I was surprised that they were beating Indiana Pacers and Miami Heat in Game 7, because the way that they're playing, you expect the Raptors to get swept, because when your two stars are playing terrible and you still beat these teams, it shows you the potential of when your two stars are on fire, like the Cleveland series. Amazing things can happen, miracles can happen, and the future looks very bright. Now, DeMar Derozan did go on the USA team, and I feel like that really did help his confidence in making him understand that he is a star. DeMar Derozan has amazing work ethic in which he's working on his jump shot. His mid-range jump shot is probably the best mid-range jump shot in the entire league right now. Don't at me. I feel like it's the best jump shot in the league. With the stuff he's doing right now with his mid-range jump shot, he doesn't take threes. Now, this is probably happening in a lot of barbershops, a lot of schools, a lot of gyms. Klay Thompson versus DeMar Derozan. And personally, I've been saying this many times. Klay Thompson is the better defender. We know this. Klay Thompson is the better defender, and he's the better shooter. But I personally feel like DeMar Derozan is the better all-around player. When he attacks the rim, when he takes pull-up jump shots, he can get a jump shot off the pull-up. Klay Thompson, I feel like he's more of a catch-and-shoot guy coming off screens. So in offense, I feel like DeMar Derozan is leaps and bounds better than Klay Thompson. The defensive end, Klay Thompson is better, but DeMar Derozan is not a trash defender. He's not garbage. You're not gonna embarrass him on defense, but he's not the best defender. But I personally feel like DeMar Derozan is better than Klay Thompson. Then there's James Harden, which everybody used to agree that James Harden is the best shooting guard in the NBA. And then recently with the Shaqtin' a Fool, people see Shaqtin' a Fool and they think James Harden is trash. He's not trash. When he was a shooting guard, he was the best shooting guard in the league. But now James Harden is a point guard, so that kind of leaves the door open for who's going to be the best shooting guard in the NBA, which this whole video is about. Dwayne Wade is pretty much on his last ends when it comes to his basketball career. He's in Chicago, where he's probably going to end his career, and he's doing all right, average numbers. He's still a guy who can take over and destroy your team with baskets after basket, which we have seen in the last playoffs. But I personally feel like DeMar Derozan is in his prime, so would have to take him over Dwayne Wade. And Jimmy Butler pretty much now is a small forward, and even before he was a shooting guard, people have always said that Jimmy Butler is better than DeMar Derozan. I heavily disagreed, and now after this season, I feel like people are starting to understand that DeMar Derozan, yeah, he is better than Jimmy Butler. DeMar Derozan's having one of the most remarkable years of Raptors history. He's right now leading the league in NBA scoring on some Kobe Bryant numbers, 35 points a game. I'm telling you right now, if he consistently keeps these numbers, you have nothing to say but DeMar Derozan is a monster, and he's bringing his heights to superstar level. Just think about it. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player to ever step on the NBA court, and DeMar Derozan ties his record of having 30 points in the first 5 games of your team's season. Yeah, okay, let's just say that if you're ever in the same remarks as Michael Jordan, this man is balling like he's Kobe. With the Raptors having the second best record in the Eastern Conference, you know how MVPs go. You need to have a really good record for your team, and you have to be balling out. And what Toronto Raptors are doing right now, DeMar Derozan is being one of the top MVP candidates. I feel like he's number one in MVP candidates. People are going to disagree with me. I feel like he's number one in MVP candidates. He's the best shooting guard in the NBA, and he's pretty much a force to be reckoned in this league. Tell me your thoughts in the comments section. Yo, I'm telling you right now, yo, this man is being a monster. I'm gone.